Hey, Boaz here with Next Pittsburgh. We're here in Brookline going into Pitaland, if I can get through these doors. And here at Pitaland, they bake all their own pita. In fact, I think they're one of the biggest pita bakeries in the region. And Danny is going to tell us how they do it here. Here's Danny, the general manager of Pitaland. And this is already like so overwhelming. That's a lot of pita.
It sure is, yeah. About 1,800 loaves an hour.
1,800 loaves an hour? Yep. And are you baking every day?
6 days a week. Yeah, with Sundays we take off. Everybody needs a day off.
So how many pitas are you making every week?
Well, it varies. I mean, we're running around 10 hours a day, at 1,800 loaves an hour. So, you can do the math there.
That's a lot. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what's happening, I guess, right now? We're seeing all these pitas are baked, I guess.
Right now they're being baked. This first machine is the divider.
That is what, we saw those huge pitas that are bigger than my head, and right now they start and they're like egg-sized,
They look like little hockey pucks, actually, right. The next machine is a proof box. It allows the dough...
Proof box?
Proof.
A proof box.
Yeah, the dough has to rise. It's the final rising, basically, after the dough is cut or shaped.
Yeah, this is like crazy. They're all going...
Yeah, it takes about 15 minutes to get through the first proof box. And again, proofing is basically just allowing the yeast to work and allowing the dough time to rise after it's cut or shaped. So after the initial proofing, it gets flattened one way through those rollers. That makes it long, and then it goes through here again to get the circular shape. After it gets flattened, it has to proof again before it goes to the oven. So all of these belts you see here are carrying the flat, round shapes of dough back and forth until eventually they get through the oven.
It's way flatter than I imagined, because where does the pocket come from?
The high heat. The oven is so hot, and the dough is only in there for 7 seconds. So that extreme heat just blasts the dough. And this is where you see it going into the oven. This is after the secondary proofer.
I don't understand how this super flat thing in 7 seconds will be like an amazing pillowy pita. Yeah. I feel like there's something else, some other magic happening inside that oven.
Actually, you should probably point the camera to the inside of the oven. You'll be able to see it. Watch your head there.
Oh my gosh, you can see it. Do you see that, Annie? Wow. It's like a balloon is inflating. That's crazy.
Yeah, very hot. It's about 1,500 degrees. When it's at full blast. And again, it's only in there for 7 seconds. That's all it takes. For bread that thin, it doesn't take much. Any longer, it would burn.
I'm just I could watch this for the rest of my life. It just feels incredible. It just looks like someone is pumping it full of air.
Right. Well, actually, a lot of people that don't know, when they come in and they look through the window, they think that they're filled with something.
Every time I sit here, people on the window, I give them bread. I end up with company making book about me. Look what they call me.
Oh, wow. The Willy Wonka of pita bread.
That's it. Willy Wonka give chocolate, I give pita bread. It's better, huh?
Yeah.
Much better. All right, thank you.
So this is a family business. You're working with all your siblings. You're working with your dad.
Yep.
So there must be great things about that and annoying things about that, too.
Yeah. It's we get along for the most part, we cover for each other and we work well together.
And then your uncle really founded the business, and then your dad took it over a few years later.
Correct, yeah. He started it in 1969. My parents came over here in the early 70s. They worked with him until 1980. He sold the business to my father.
Me and my wife, we came from Lebanon 1974. We came on a honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
We supposed to stay 1 month and go back. So I stay 1 month. I call my dad. Dad, I'm coming. You need anything from here? My dad will go, please don't come now. We have a civil war here in Lebanon and the airport closed. Don't come till I tell you. So we hang on. I start extending my visa. Couple months, 3 months. The war in Lebanon escalated like crazy. I asked for political asylum. A judge asked me why you don't want to go back. I cut all the news from the Post Gazette. I took it with me. So I told the judge, I said, look, Your Honor, this here, and I have a baby born here 2 weeks ago. Oh, you have a baby? Yes, Your Honor. So judge said, no, I'm not sending you back. 2 weeks later, I got letter from the State Department, welcome to America with my work permit and my social security. And God bless America.
So you had no idea you were moving here. You thought you were just coming on a vacation and then you never left.
Because I was school teacher back home. I used to teach French in a Catholic school in Tripoli, Lebanon. I did it for 7 years.
Wow.
That's it. So we end up here. My brother and couple of friends, he built a brick oven in the basement of his building, and he was making pita bread like with shovel. 85 bag every day, 75 bag. He said, why you don't work for us? I said, okay, I'll work with you. Couple years later, he want to sell the business. $10,000. I don't have money. I went to the priest, Our Lady of Victory. I asked him if I can borrow 10,000 from the church. He said, no problem. So he lent me 10,000, give it to my brother. Now I'm making pita bread with shovel.
And you were doing it in that old oven also.
Yes, that's every time me and my wife go grocery shopping, I see pita bread. I go like this to my wife. I hope I want to make it here in Pittsburgh one day. And I start to go bakery auction, bakery convention, get better equipment, and we start making 1,000 bag every day downstairs.
Wow.
2006, I went back to Lebanon to see my older brother. He was sick. I saw that machine here running on a Mediterranean highway, a place called Pita House. I stopped my car, and they have a window like this. I asked the owner if I can take a look on the machine. Old man with a big mustache. He said, no, no, no. Why, you want to open bakery across the street? I said, no, I'm from America. Oh, show me your passport. Smart old man. I went to the car. I got my American passport. I showed it to him. He let me in. I fell in love with machine. You see it, yeah?
Yeah.
And next day, I'm in Beirut, buying a machine. Called my son Danny, that one running a machine now. I said, Danny, I bought you the best pita bread machine. You better cover my check. I used to have 2 in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Look now. Because we are so busy. Look, look what we have, okay? We have 2 ladies here making baklava 6 days a week. This guy here, George, he's packing the stuff, put it in a container. Look, we make spinach pie with feta. We make a chicken pie, cheese pie, pepperoni and cheese. Look, that girl here, all she do, she cut the spinach.
This is for inside the pies?
Yeah, that's for the spinach pie. She cut them, and they mix them with a little bit onion, olive oil, and some stuff, and make them pie, okay? So now, our bread, you see it in every supermarket, and we ship UPS Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to 27 states, bread and ingredient.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for chatting with us, and thanks for making the best pita around.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming here.